UK, Brexit, part 3. Yet again, another topic that I haven't discussed yet, so I need to do another video. And I think this topic warrants its own video, really, because it's very complex. The Irish border. We'll talk about the Irish border. Now, with my limited knowledge, I'm going to just briefly describe. It's a very complex situation. And please correct me in the comments if I go wrong on anything. This is only my limited knowledge. But as far as I know, hundreds of years ago, Ireland was a part of the United Kingdom, and they wanted to govern themselves and become their own country, so they became Ireland. But a large population in the north were not too happy about this. Basically Protestant Unionists, English immigrants. So Northern Ireland was born, and Northern Ireland is a part of the United Kingdom. The Republic of Ireland is its own country. But even within Northern Ireland, the borders weren't that great, and half the population in Northern Ireland were Catholic Republicans, and half the population were Protestant Unionists. So there was trouble. And obviously fighting erupted, troubles occurred, and in the mid-90s Good Friday Agreement was put together where there'd be a very soft border between the two countries. Anyone could move freely between them, and everyone seemed to be happy. And then Brexit happened, and kind of threw a gigantic, not a spanner in the works, a fucking hand grenade into the works, because there has to be a hard border now. It's the border between Europe and the United Kingdom, so it's completely screwed. I mean, it's not like this is a big surprise. I mean, everyone's been banging on about this for the last 5 years, how much of a calamity this is going to be. I have noticed in the analytics, you know, I've had quite a few viewers from Ireland, so I really would love to have their input on this topic. But for me, I know it's very complicated, but for me, I just feel, is it not time for Northern Ireland just to join the Republic of Ireland? I mean, the figures show that Northern Ireland as a population overwhelmingly voted to stay in Europe. So now, is it not just a choice between, you know, joining Ireland and staying in Europe? If you're that dedicated in Northern Ireland to wanting to stay in Europe, you know, join the rest of Ireland. Now, I know there's an insane amount of different problems. You know, it's not, nothing is ever simple when it comes to Northern Ireland. But that seems like a simple solution to me. But I mean, obviously you got the religious one first. So, I mean, are we not in a day and age now where people are happy? Okay, if you're a Protestant in Ireland, surely you're going to have your Protestant churches. You know, to me, is it such a big deal that the country is overwhelmingly Catholic? You know, other faiths seem to be able to go to church with no problem in other countries. You know, I don't know. This is purely my ignorance, of course. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't see how that's a big deal now. The Unionists, are they really that objective to be? Do they really want to be still a part of the United Kingdom? You know, a couple of things have changed. Like to use the euro. I don't know, I can't see that being an issue. I can see why for the United Kingdom it would be a massive issue, because obviously if Northern Ireland start pulling out of the United Kingdom, Scotland are going to be right behind them, and I think the whole United Kingdom will end up breaking up. So I can see why the United Kingdom won't be too happy about it, but I'm pretty sure there is a clause in the Good Friday Agreement that at any point, if Northern Ireland want to have a referendum and join the rest of Ireland, they can do so. So it's just whether the population of Northern Ireland want to, you know, go for that or not, really. But that would be an interesting question, because if that did happen and the United Kingdom split up into Scotland, Ireland, Wales, with Ireland remaining in the EU, I'm sure they would become a stronger country economically, and you know, I think England would just be left in the dust. I think, you know, especially some of the sort of you know, tax rules that they have in Ireland. Ireland. I believe that they have very, very low corporation tax, a lot of businesses moving in there. So I think their economy could absolutely boom. I don't know how the economy will affect Northern Ireland, whether you'll have a similar situation like what happened when Germany reunited, where still to this day East Germany economically is far behind you know, the West. It's still to this day. Whether you'll have a similar thing in Ireland, I don't know, but I think that's got to happen, really. But like I say, I'd love to hear any input from, you know, anyone from Ireland on this that has far more greater knowledge than I do. My knowledge is very limited, but it seems like a no-brainer to me to join, reunite with the rest of Ireland, really, and that solves the border issues. It solves a lot of problems. But yeah, till next time, bye bye. Zero fucks.